I had a customer bring in a 2003 Honda Accord last spring with 243,000 miles on it. The engine ran smooth, no leaks, no smoke, and the oil looked clean. She was trading it in, and she had already bought the new Accord with the turbocharged engine. I congratulated her and watched her leave. 8 months later, she was back. The new car smelled like gasoline inside the cabin. The oil level was rising between changes instead of dropping. Fuel was mixing directly with the engine oil, diluting it until it could not protect the engine bearings. She did not know this could happen. Nobody told her. As of the date of this video, that defect is the subject of an active federal class action lawsuit covering the Honda Accord from 2018 to 2022, the Civic from 2019 to 2022, and the CR-V from 2019 to 2023. Millions of cars. Her old Accord with the K24 engine, the one she traded for $2,400, has documented examples of that exact engine still running strong at nearly 900,000 miles. In this video, we are looking at 3 cars that are sitting at auctions and on used lots right now for between $3,000 and $12,000. Cars with documented mileage records in the 300,000 to 400,000 mile range. Cars built on engineering platforms that the manufacturers themselves have since replaced with designs that are now in federal court. The data backs every claim we are making, and by the end of this, you will know exactly which cars to look for, which years to target, and why the number on the price tag has almost nothing to do with which car will still be running in 2040. Let us start with the engine Honda does not want you thinking about anymore. The 2003 Honda Accord with the K24 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine is one of the most undervalued cars in the used market right now. Not because anything is wrong with it, but because Honda replaced it, and the replacement is in federal court. The K24 is a naturally aspirated double overhead cam engine with a timing chain, a forged steel crankshaft, and an aluminum block with cast iron cylinder sleeves. Honda built it without a turbocharger and without direct injection, and without any of the add-ons that modern marketing departments love and long-term owners learn to dread. The K24 debuted in 2001. In the 2003 through 2007 Accord generation, it is one of the most documented long-mileage engines in the history of the consumer automobile. A 2005 Accord with this engine has been publicly tracked at 894,859 miles as of early 2025, still on its original block and head. Multiple Acura TSX models from 2005 and 2010, which share the same engine family, have surpassed 500,000 miles on their original powertrains. Consumer Reports rated the 2004 through 2007 Accord as above average for reliability. This is not one owner getting lucky. This is a pattern. And here is something most people do not know. If this engine ever does need replacement, a used K24 block can be sourced for under $800. You could replace the worst-case engine scenario on a 2006 Accord for less than a single diagnostic visit and repair on the new one. Honda replaced the K24 with the 1.5-liter turbocharged Earth Dreams engine starting in the 2018 Accord. They called it revolutionary. A lawsuit filed in federal court in October 2022 has a different characterization. The complaint covers the Accord from 2018 to 2022, the Civic from 2019 to 2022, and the CR-V from 2019 to 2023, all equipped with the 1.5-liter turbo direct injection engine. The defect is oil dilution. The engine runs cold, fuel does not fully combust, and unburned gasoline gets into the crankcase and mixes with the engine oil. The oil loses its viscosity, and engine bearings run without proper lubrication. Honda's own spokesperson acknowledged in the lawsuit record that the cooling system was designed to be highly efficient, which causes the engine to warm slowly. That is a deliberate engineering choice. It is also the precise condition the lawsuit says triggers the defect. The first wave of this problem settled in federal court in September 2020, covering 2016 through 2018 Civics and 2017 through 2018 CR-Vs. Honda extended warranties. The problem continued. The second-class action covers millions more vehicles. I've had owners come in with oil levels rising between changes, engine oil that smells like a gas station, and dealers telling them this is within normal operating parameters. It is not normal. It is part of a federal lawsuit. A clean 2006 Honda Accord with the K24 engine and documented maintenance history sells today for somewhere between $3,000 and $7,000. A replacement engine for a 2019 Accord with the 1.5T, once oil dilution causes bearing failure, runs $4,000 to $7,000 installed. One engine failure on the new car costs more than the entire purchase price of the old one. But even if the Honda story frustrates you, the Toyota side of this is harder to explain, because Toyota's own recall record will tell you exactly what changed. The 1997 through 2001 Toyota Camry is a car that gets no respect. It looks like a rental car from an airport in the early 2000s. Dealers hate it because there is nothing to upsell. The technology is simple. The parts are cheap, and it runs. Consumer Reports has been tracking Camry reliability across every generation for decades. Their historical archive describes the 1997 redesigned Camry as upholding a well-regarded standard. The 2002 through 2006 Camry earns consistent descriptions of a smooth powertrain and excellent reliability. Consumer Reports also notes that redesign years carry elevated reliability risk. The more complicated the redesign, the higher the risk. In 2018, Toyota did a complete redesign of the Camry on an all-new platform. They added a new 8-speed automatic transmission. Within months, Toyota issued a technical service bulletin requiring dealers to perform an ECU reflash on that transmission to address documented shift quality failures, hesitation from rolling stops, shift shock, inconsistent power delivery. Owners on Toyota Nation forums described the post-reflash result as improved but not resolved. One longtime Camry owner sold his 2018 V6 and posted one sentence explaining why. The transmission cannot keep up. He had owned multiple Camrys before it. Then there is the engine. The 2020 Toyota Camry with the 2.5-liter four-cylinder received a recall in April 2020 for porosity in the engine castings. Porosity means the manufacturing process left microscopic voids in the engine block material. Those voids can crack. When they crack, coolant leaks internally. The remedy Toyota provided was inspection and where necessary complete engine block replacement. Not a seal, not a gasket, the block, on a car that had been on the market for less than 2 years. The 2018 Camry generation carries 8 total NHTSA recalls. For context, that is more than any generation of the previous platform Camry combined. An engine block replacement on a 2020 Camry, once it is out of warranty, runs $5,000 to $9,000 at an independent shop. The 1999 Camry with 190,000 miles on it, maintained properly, is worth more as a long-term ownership proposition than the car Toyota is asking you to finance today. This is not an argument against Toyota. Toyota builds good cars, but the generation of Camry that built the brand's reputation is not what Toyota is selling you right now. And the most efficient way to access that engineering, the platform Consumer Reports has described with words like excellent and smooth for nearly 30 years, is to buy it with a different badge. Which brings us to the car almost nobody is talking about. There is a car sitting on used lots and at auction right now all over the country that shares its engine, its platform, its transmission architecture, and its entire parts catalog with the Toyota Camry of the same era. It has leather seats, a quieter interior, and a more refined suspension tune. It is available for $4,000 to $10,000. And because the badge says Lexus instead of Toyota, most buyers walk right past it. The models from 2002 to 2006, the Lexus ES300 and ES330, are built directly on the Toyota XV30 Camry platform. The 3.0-liter 1MZFE V6 in the ES300 is the same engine Toyota put in the Camry, the Avalon, and the Highlander of the same years. The 3.3-liter 3MZFE in the ES330 is a larger displacement version of the same engine family. When you take this car to an independent mechanic for a timing belt service, you are paying Camry prices for Camry parts. That service, which covers the timing belt, water pump, tensioner, and seals, runs approximately $600 to $900 at an independent Toyota specialist shop. The same job at the same shop on a Camry of the same year costs the same amount. The badge does not change the labor rate. On the Car Guru's owner community page for the Lexus ES, a buyer who purchased a 2004 ES330 new documented the car at approximately 390,000 miles, still serving as their everyday driver. On the Lexus Owners Club of North America forums, a third owner of a 1996 ES300 documented the car at 327,000 miles, having self-performed the timing belt and water pump at 315,000 miles. On Club Lexus, the forum consensus on mileage expectation for the ES300 is documented consistently. With proper maintenance, these cars routinely run well into the 200,000-mile range. The outliers are at 300,000 miles and beyond. The badge creates a pricing anomaly that works entirely in your favor as a buyer. A comparable 2004 Camry LE V6 in many markets sells for more than an ES330 with similar mileage, because the ES buyer pool has convinced itself that the word Lexus means expensive ownership. That fear is manufactured. It is worth thousands of dollars to the person selling the newer car next to it. I have a customer driving a 2003 ES300 he bought for $5,500 at 140,000 miles. He has added another 90,000 miles. His total out-of-pocket maintenance cost over those 90,000 miles, including timing belt service, fluid changes, and brakes at an independent Toyota shop, has been under $3,000. He has no plans to sell it. The engine does not know it has a Lexus badge. So here's what the owners who actually hit 300,000 and 400,000 miles on these cars have in common. They did not buy the badge. They did not buy the year. They bought the engineering generation. They bought the era before continuously variable transmissions became standard equipment, before the turbocharged engine replaced the naturally aspirated engine, before the new platform arrived with a new transmission that needed a software reflash on day one. Here's how to apply this starting today. If you're looking at a Honda from 2003 to 2007, the Accord with the K24 4-cylinder is your target. Avoid anything with the 1.5T engine. Change your oil every 5,000 miles. Keep the oil level topped off. That engine can outlive your mortgage. If you want the best version of the Toyota engineering platform that built the brand's reputation, 2002 through 2006 Lexus ES300 or ES330 is the same platform with a quieter, more refined build. Take it to an independent Toyota mechanic. Pay Camry prices. Drive it. If you want the plain version, find a 1997 through 2001 Camry in a southern or southwestern state, away from road salt. Budget $150 for a pre-purchase inspection. That is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. A 2005 Honda Accord with the K24, purchased today for $5,000, maintained for $500 a year, driven for 200,000 miles, costs about 2.5 cents per mile to own. A new Camry at $32,000, financed at current interest rates with depreciation factored in, runs closer to 40 cents per mile over the same period. That gap does not close. It widens every year you own the car. The owners at 400,000 miles are not lucky. They are not full-time mechanics. They are simply people who understood that the reputation Toyota and Honda earned over decades did not expire last year. It just moved to the used car lot. and it is selling for almost nothing.